Okay, dear ones, welcome. Welcome to another new moon ritual sound bath gathering. It's such a blessing to have you all here with me and with one another across space and time realities tonight. And thank you. Thank you for carving out some time from your life to nurture and nourish your body, your spirit, your heart, your soul, and really to align your rhythm with that of Mother Nature. That's really what we're doing here in these new moon gatherings. So I'm excited to get into that with you and to celebrate her cycles together here tonight and create some magic. So if you're just joining us, welcome. You're welcome, if you haven't already, to grab some water or some tea and grab a few props for the sound bath, just anything you might want to be comfortable a little bit later as we get into the sound bath portion. So that might be blanket, pillow, bolster, eye mask, noise canceling, headphones, any of that. Any of those accoutrements, you are welcome to grab. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So it is with my whole heart that I welcome you here on this beautiful new moon. I feel like I always am saying this new moon is really special because they're all really special. I don't know, maybe you can let me know in the chat. Do you have a connection with the new moon already? Is this something that you already feel and practice in your life, or is this a new thing for you? So the new moon for me always feels like such a beautiful invitation into freshness, really. Like that's the energy of the new moon, is freshness. And this is a potent new moon. It is the final new moon of the year, the annual calendar, 2021. And it is also a full solar eclipse along with this new moon, which is very potent. And the last full moon we had 2 weeks ago was in conjunction with a lunar eclipse. And apparently, I read this about eclipses, that they always come in twos and that they always align with the new moon and the full moon. So the lunar eclipse happening on the full moon, the solar eclipse happening on the new moon, which I just think is really fascinating. And so really, what that just says to me is like the energy, the activation of this energy field with the new moon is heightened with an eclipse. It's a heightened energy. It's like a concentrate of what we might normally experience with the new moon. So I love that. And the fact that it's happening right as we are going into winter, that also makes this new moon really potent, because I love the transition from fall to winter. It's like we are getting full permission from Mother Nature to hibernate, to go inward, to like get cozy, to get warm, to work with the energy of stillness and regeneration, right? We've gone through the harvest. We've seen the beautiful changing of the leaves. At least I have up here in the Pacific Northwest again, which is amazing. And then we've seen all the leaves drop, and now we're watching the trees as they move into their death cycle, right? And witnessing the animals, right? Squirrels harvesting and storing away all of this food and kind of preparing ourselves for the long, dark, the long, dark, cold, wet is kind of how I think of it up here in the Pacific Northwest. So this is a potent time. And I wrote an article earlier this autumn about really giving ourselves permission to feel all the feelings that this time of year brings up. And also just to acknowledge right now that some of you might feel really excited about this time of year. I mean, you might just be like, okay, let's get into it already. Like, let's do winter. I'm ready to do winter. And some of you might be lamenting like summer, and some of you might be lamenting fall and kind of dreading this part of the year. And wherever you're at, that's okay. You know, give yourself permission to be as you are, and know that we all have affinities toward different times of the seasons, right? And different times of the year, and different cycles of the moon, and different cycles of nature. And that's okay. That's what makes us bio individuals. It's what gives us our unique snowflake imprint, right? So yeah, I see some of you in the chat. Love the new moon, already worked with it. I love it. Yeah, invitation to rest. Absolutely. So if you're here with us for the first time, welcome. My name is Britta GreenViolet, and I am a conscious leadership coach and a voice coach and a creativity mentor. And what that looks like for me in my daily life is that I love helping people show up for life in a bigger, bolder, more heartfelt, more courageous way. I love helping people keep their heart open and their mind open, and release control, and maybe even get out of the driver's seat and get into the co-pilot seat, and invite spirit to actually pilot this ship, right? So I help creators, seekers, and conscious leaders to speak truth, to liberate their truth, to liberate their voice and their expression, to befriend their body, the beautiful vessel of their body, to create from the heart, whatever that looks like, and to bring your most sacred contribution to life. That's what I'm doing these days. And I'm doing a lot of creating in my life as well. I recently launched a podcast. I don't know if you've heard that news, but if you haven't, highly recommend that you check it out. I'm having so much fun with it. It's called The Sage and the Song. And I'm actually just working on releasing a 3-part series coming up on the archetype of the sacred vessel. And I'm really excited about that. But yeah, you know, the sacred vessel, it's really about showing up. It's about holding space. It's about this body that we inhabit. It's about embracing and holding the beautiful, marvelous, bewildering tension of duality and non-duality as humans in this body, who are ultimately spiritual beings having a human experience. So that's what I'm doing. I'm helping other people to move through that journey with grace and maybe even a little bit of humor along the way. So we're going to be playing in some of these realms tonight in fluidity, and we're going to be tapping into, again, this new moon energy as we change into winter. And so what's really cool, again, about this particular potent moment in time is that the new moon, I think of it as sort of the archetypal winter of the 4 phases of the moon. And of course, you know, there are 28 days in a moon cycle. So there are many kind of micro phases within those 4 different archetypes. So we're in this archetypal winter for the new moon as we are moving into actual winter in the seasons, which is a really beautiful alignment there. And so this practice that we're going to do tonight is really harnessing nature's gifts, harnessing nature's momentum, and really using this beautiful invitation from the moon and from Mother Nature to slow down, to reassess, to reflect on what has been happening over since the last new moon, since the full moon. And then this is really the time of this empty vessel. That's what the new moon is. It's an empty vessel. And so this is the opportunity where we invite in. We invite energy in. We start manifesting. with the new moon, because we have this beautiful empty vessel that is just waiting to be filled with our intentions and our vibrations and our energy. And tonight we're going to be working with this, the theme for tonight is a light in the dark. And so that touches on this idea, of course, of winter, and this one spark in the dark night, the long dark night. And we are in this new moon with Sagittarius. And shout out, are there any Sages on the call? Would love to love you up if you want to put yourself in the chat. And so Sagittarius is a fire sign. Yeah, Caitlin, beautiful. Happy birthday. Sagittarius, giving you some love, some passion, some inner fire. So this sign it has a lot to do with passion. It has a lot to do with adventure, with curiosity. As I was reading, I always like to read up and just kind of refresh what I know about these zodiac signs. And so Sagittarius is known for being really magnetic. So again, like how this new moon is just, all of these amazing facets just aligning to have this beautiful, bright moment in the darkness. So this magnetism, they're also known for humor, for curiosity, for independence, right? For staking their claim and standing in their beliefs. And so even if you're not a Sagittarius, that's okay. That's, of course, it's beautiful. We're all unique, and we're all bringing together our own light in these constellations together. And yet here's this new moon in Sagittarius that is bringing all of these characteristics into this vessel. So what are we going to put inside this vessel? That is, we can think about it as the vessel is particularly built to hold energies of passion, of curiosity, of adventure, of risk taking, right? So we are holding this beautiful vessel that is just waiting for this fire, this inner fire to light the way. It's like we're creating this lighthouse. We're holding this lighthouse in the dark. Yeah, so we're going to work with what it is to stand in our own values and yet choose optimism. That's something that really came through for me in this energy tonight, that especially now, and this also relates to a light in the dark, that now is such a crunchy time in human history. It is really unprecedented. I feel like I've been saying this all year, and hasn't changed yet. That is still how I would describe it. Unprecedented moment in space and time on planet Earth. And we really have this moment where someone put forth this word of hope, and sometimes seeing what is happening out there and in here, it can feel hopeless, right? We can talk about the vessel. We can easily slip into becoming like cup half empty people. So what is it like to choose optimism? What is it like to, maybe still be a realist if you describe yourself in that way, and yet reaching for optimism, like finding a way to meld yourself with that flame, to kind of mold yourself into this vessel that holds optimism, that is the vessel that is half full rather than half empty. This Sag energy also brings forth the archetype of a seeker. And as with all archetypes, there is a light and a shadow aspect. And so as I think of the seeker, which I certainly, I definitely relate to the energy of a seeker. Shout out to all my seekers on the call. You maybe give me a little, hey, if you're a seeker too. So the light of being a seeker, the sort of light filled qualities are many and include curiosity, right? Studentship, being a disciple unto ourselves, being just hungry for knowledge and wisdom, being somebody who is just like eager to take a big juicy bite out of the apple that is this experience as a human on planet Earth in Earth school, right? So that's the seeker. We are just like chomping at the bit to taste what this life has to offer us. And we want to taste it all. Like, we want a little of this apple, we want a little of that apple, we want some pear, we want some strawberry, right? We want some kiwi, we want some pomegranate, like we want to mix it up. And there is also the shadow aspect of the seeker, which is this energy that we are always seeking, which means that we can easily become restless. We can easily kind of slip into this place of discontentment, or never being fully landed. First of all, in ourself, in like, I have enough knowledge now. I have enough knowledge. Like, I don't need to continue seeking. I can seek within, right? So it can be that shadow aspect can be a gripping or a grasping or an always looking outside of ourselves for the answers, when there is plenty of wisdom here and here and here, right? So we are the guru. We are the ones we have been waiting for. The seeker can forget that and can just sort of get lost and in the seeking, right? In the reading of the map, and forget that, oh yeah, right here, wherever I am in this moment is home, because home is here and home is here. And I create and I carry all the wisdom of the world and the universe within me already. It's waiting to be activated. So we're going to play in those realms, and we're going to play with that energy and really integrate all of that into, yes, being a seeker, and yet can I relax? Can I relax into a vibration of trust, a vibration of knowing, a vibration of acceptance, allowance, surrender, and activation, right? So we have this beautiful, passionate energy, and we're using that on the new moon. Beautiful, just finding this balance, this playful place of activation, manifestation, magnetism, while also recognizing that shadow aspect of the seeker. And can I just relax? Can I develop the grace and the wisdom and the discernment to know when it's time to look outside and when it's time to look inside? Yeah. I'm excited. I'm really excited for tonight. We're going to be working with fire energy. We are going to be working with some violet flame energy tonight. If you are not familiar with the violet flame, there is much to say about it, and I am very new on my journey. In fact, I really felt this strong pull today as I was just letting this offering sort of bubble up and alchemize in myself. The violet flame came through really strong, and so I did a bunch of research today, and as happens, all of these beautiful pieces from maybe the last, I don't know, just several months, like all pulled together into this single teaching of Ascended Master Saint Germain and the violet flame. And so quick version, just so you kind of know, because I'm going to be doing a recitation for us. We're going to be doing a little visualization of the violet flame. So the violet flame, as I understand it, is an emblem of alchemy, which is transforming base metal into gold, right? That is kind of the most simple way to describe the art of alchemy. And so when we take this as a metaphor with the violet flame, when we invoke this energy of the violet flame, we are surrounding ourselves with this energy, this higher frequency, and we are taking that same process of alchemy, and we are alchemizing our lower base level frequencies, our lower vibrations, such as fear, right? Seriousness, guilt, shame, blame, non-forgiveness, anger. We're taking some of those energies and we are transmutating them into love, trust, activation, passion, surrender, benevolence. So just so you know, that's part of what we're calling in tonight. And so you don't need to know anything more about it. And in the follow-up email, I will send out some resources in case you'd like to learn more. Okay, so I'm going to take another sip of water and then we're going to do a little bit of movement. So if you aren't yet there, I encourage you to find a comfortable seat and make a little bit of space around you. And we're going to do a little movement and a little pranayama to get ourselves warmed up and ready. Okay, so let's begin with finding a tall seat. Let's just begin with finding a tall seat. And invite you to just move your body a little bit in your tall seat, just shaking out your spine and really using just a little bit of movement to lengthen your spine, to find your sits bones, maybe moving the flesh of your seat out of the way so you can feel your sits bones into the chair or the floor or the cushion. Maybe pressing the palms of your hands into that crease in your hips so that you really feel your hips and your first chakra landing, grounding below you. And then gently extending your ears, extending the crown of your head up toward the sky. And simply starting with feeling that length in the back of your neck and in your entire spinal column. And as you start to feel that length, I invite you to take a few slow, deep breaths all the way down into your belly. You could just exhale out the mouth. So inhale nose. Big exhale out the mouth. And one more. Nice. And you can keep your eyes closed, or if you prefer to open your eyes, you can do that too. And let's take a few rolls of the shoulders up, back, and down in space. And keep your breath strong. Keep your breath activated. We are warming ourselves up and we are getting ourselves ready for this fire ritual. So starting to feel your body heat warming up. Nice, deep, full breaths. And then switch directions, forward rolls with your shoulders. Nice. And then lifting the shoulders and then dropping them. Lift on the inhale, drop on the exhale. One more. Give your shoulders a little shake. And then let's do a little seated twist. This is a little Kundalini twist. So bring your hands to your shoulders. You can bring your thumbs to the back of your shoulders and then your fingers to the front. And you want your arms, your underarms, your whatever this, your triceps to be parallel to the floor. And then we're going to be twisting just as far as is comfortable for you. And you don't need to move your head. You can just move your head with your shoulders. So it will kind of look like this. And just again, as far as is comfortable. And we're going to be inhaling left and then exhaling right. Inhale left, exhale right. And we're going to go ahead and close our eyes. And this is a breath in and out through the nose. And you can move at whatever pace is good for you. So if you want to move this slow, you can. Or if you're feeling good and you want to really cultivate some fire, you can move faster. So we're going to do this for about a minute and breathe on your own. Don't feel like you have to match my pace, or you're welcome to breathe with me. So here we go, starting to the left with an inhale, inhale left, and exhale right. And breathing through the nose. Got another 10 seconds. Coming back to center, big inhale. And big slow exhale. Just breathing normally for a moment. And again, simply noticing how you feel. And slowly opening the eyes. Let's bring one hand to the floor, maybe your left hand to the floor. Palm all the way down. Inhale the right arm up and over and breathe into your side body. Breathing into the rib cage, the intercostal muscles between each rib. Taking a few breaths to create some space in your lungs, in your belly, in your gut. Maybe slightly twisting upwards to face the sky, or maybe you're facing the ground, finding a place that's comfortable for your gaze, for your neck and your head. And then inhaling all the way up and then exhaling to the opposite side. Continuing to breathe nice, juicy breaths. Just feeling the rhythm, hearing the sound of your own breath. Drinking in these little moments of silence. It's part of the energy of the new moon, allowing the emptiness, allowing the stillness and the silence, letting it nourish you, drinking it in. Inhaling back up to the top, maybe bringing your hands behind you, interlacing the fingers, and opening your chest, maybe slightly gazing up to open your throat chakra. Maybe you'll get a little back crack if you're lucky. And then bringing the hands to the knees, and let's round the back and drop the chin. And then we'll keep the hands on the knees and we'll do some gentle seated cat-cows, just alternately bending your spine forward and backward, getting a little seated back bend, and then a little seated forward bend. Flexing and extending and matching your inhale and exhale with this movement, and just noticing which way you're inclined to breathe. Traditionally, it's the inhale that goes with the bringing of the chest forward with the back bend. And then it's the exhale that goes with the rounding of the back. And maybe for fun, you can just try and switch that and see what that feels like. Bringing this energy of curiosity and adventure, releasing the structure, the dogma of our movement. Liberating our practice from the confines of regularity and patterns, and allowing some experimentation, some curiosity. And then we'll take another 30 seconds to stretch out your spine in whatever way feels good to you. Just taking 30 seconds of free stretch time, stretching your body, moving your spine. The yogis teach that a healthy, flexible spine is the key to longevity, to a long, healthy life. So moving your spine, lubricating your spine, and even if you're not feeling flexible, or if you have an injury, or you're feeling tight, just finding a little bit of movement, letting your body tell you what it needs and how far to go. And then shaking it out whenever you're ready. Shaking out your hands, bringing your hands above your head, taking a big breath in, and then swooshing out as you bring your hands down. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling the hands up, shake, shake, shake. Big audible swoosh on the way down. Yes. Okay. Let's rub the palms together. Feel that heat. Feel that inner fire. Rub a little bit faster, creating that friction. Imagining that we're kindling a fire, using those earth building skills, those earthly skills, the ones who actually know how to make a fire with a stick and some dried moss. A little bit more heat. Feel it in your arms, feel it in your hands, and then bring both hands over your heart and feel your own heart beating. The heart is often thought of as the symbol for fire within the body. So we're going to move into our ritual, and I invite you to continue to sit up if that feels good for you. If it doesn't feel good, if you feel like sitting up is not really in service to you tonight and you would rather lay down, you can do that too. So up to you to take care of yourself. And if you're going to be sitting, I will invite you to find, again, a nice tall seat. And begin to find a meditative posture where you feel your spine, feel your alignment. And I invite you to find a comfortable posture. Feeling a slight arc in your sacrum, in your low back, feeling the natural curve of your lower spine. And not exaggerating it too much, but finding that comfortable place. And finding a comfortable position for your hands, maybe on your thighs, maybe in your lap, folded. And if you haven't already, it feels okay to go ahead and close your eyes. I invite you to do that now. Take a few slow, deep breaths in and out the nose, all the way down into your belly. Tonight's ritual begins with an invitation and a visualization. So right where you are, seated in the space where you are, let the room fall away. From behind your closed eyelids, using your third eye, your imagination, your sense of adventure, letting yourself be transported into a space of dim light, maybe of darkness. Where there is simply open, vast space around you. And in this brief moment, you feel solitude. And you feel sovereignty in this seat. And from this seat of sovereignty, going to envision in front of you a beautiful small spark emerging from the darkness and slowly growing into a brighter shape that you identify as a flame. Simply gazing upon this flame that is near the earth in front of you, and seeing this flame growing as it becomes a fire. Perhaps seeing what your fire looks like, noticing how big it is, noticing if it is coming from coals, if it is coming from wood, if it's coming from branches, or if it's a mystical fire and seems to be coming from the no thing. Simply allowing this fire to take shape in front of you and to gaze upon it, letting its light bring you comfort in this space. A space that feels safe, even though you are in solitude here. Notice the flames. Notice the colors, the red, the orange, the yellow, the white. Notice if there are any other colors in the flames. Can you see any blue or green? How big is your fire? Is it a small, sweet little contained fire? Or is it large? Is it closer to a bonfire? Just allowing whatever wants to come through. And as you gaze upon the fire, you begin to feel its warmth, and you begin to feel the connection of this fire to the heart that's beating inside of you. And as you connect with the energy of your heart, I invite you to begin to feel specifically what emotions and sentiments and memories arise for you when you think about all that has passed this year in 2021. And if it's helpful, you can bring one hand over your heart simply to anchor yourself into this intention of feeling. What did you experience this past year? And specifically, I would love to create this safe and brave container for you to access any specific places of tension that arose for you this year. Let yourself access any moments or places of fear, of pain, of frustration or agitation, or seriousness or worry. Keeping your hand on your heart and acknowledging those places. Giving yourself full permission to do this year in review emotionally, feeling the energy of your heart and specifically the heavier base energies, the lower frequencies, pulling them to the surface and envisioning that as you feel these emotions, you are pulling their energy into your hand that is over your heart. If there is a specific place on your body, another place beside your heart where you feel you can locate some tension or pain or agitation, then maybe bring your other hand there and allow that hand to absorb those lower vibrations as well. Continuing to take deep breaths, slow deep breaths as you gaze into the fire in front of you. And let these lower vibration memories and experiences and feelings and sentiments seep into your hands. Really searching, what else is there? Is there anything that you are avoiding? Is there anything that you don't want to look at? Let it arise now. Let it arise. Let it come to the surface. Let it emerge from your being, pulling it into your palms with your breath and your intention. Taking one more breath, any last low frequencies, anything else. It's like you're emptying your pockets of all the heavy stones you've been carrying around this year. Let's get them out of there. Empty it out. All you have to do is acknowledge it and welcome it to move into your palms, to focus its energy there. And then taking another breath and slowly beginning to move your palms now off of your body and flip them into an offering gesture toward this sacred fire in front of you. Hold them out toward the sacred fire. Envisioning that you can feel the heat of this fire on your palms. Putting your hands out toward the flame and offering all of these woes, offering your sorrows and your doubts and your confusion and your lack of trust and your seriousness and your self-consciousness, offering all of it onto the altar that is this fire, holding your hands out and breathing breathing deeply, and with each exhale, inviting those energies to pour from your palms toward the fire. And keep breathing. Let each exhale be activating the exodus of these frequencies from your body toward this fire. And see if you can envision, see if you can actually see the frequencies as they touch the flames. Perhaps sparks fly. Perhaps the fire gets darker for a moment and then blazes forth. And as you continue to breathe and you start to envision your lower frequencies falling, being offered into the fire, suddenly you realize that you are starting to see the color of the fire change. It's shifting from red and orange and yellow into beautiful violet, magenta, amethyst, radiant pink and purple and white light emitting from this beautiful, incredible blaze in front of you. Seeing the fire, the violet flames grow and grow. And the fire is still contained, and yet the energy field of this fire is starting to grow bigger and bigger, and even to begin to surround you. Not the flames, but the warmth, the purity. Offering yourself into this pure space of transmutation. Sending these base vibration energies into the fire and watching as they change the flame into this beautiful mystic fire that is ancient and that is here to support your transformation. Continuing to offer your palms in this gesture, seeing that now all around you are these violet tones, these violet colors, and you can hear them, you can feel them on your skin, you can feel the warmth, the softness. Envisioning yourself surrounded as if you are in a tube of pink light. Soft, warm, welcoming, safe. And entering into this place of surrender and trust and release as we invoke blaze and transmute all desire, keeping on in freedom's name till I am one with the violet flame. Beloved, I am presence bright, round me seal your tube of light. From ascended master flame, called forth now in God's own name. Let it keep my temple free from all discord sent to me. I am calling forth the violet fire to blaze and transmute all desire, keeping on in freedom's name till I am one with the violet flame. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity of God's desire. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity of the divine's desire. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity of great spirit's desire. Beginning to relax your body, your posture, coming back into a relaxed, seated, still position as you slowly witness the radiance of this violet fire begin to fade around you. And you see the color darken until it fades into a soft black. And although the color is gone, you feel the embers continuing to smolder in your heart and in the fire pit in front of you. And if you so choose to continue to sit in meditation as we ease into the sound bath, you are welcome to do so. And if you'd like to slowly transition into laying down on your back, you are welcome to do that now. Making yourself comfortable, getting what you need, and letting yourself fully rest into this afterglow, being held by the violet light. Trusting this ancient alchemical force that is beyond our knowing and beyond our comprehension. Letting yourself rest fully. Letting yourself receive. joyous anticipation. This draws in what I most desire, so I can live my life in full-on participation. As I relax, I know my needs are met, and I live my life in joyous anticipation. This draws in what I most desire, so I can live my life in full-on participation. As I relax, I know my needs are met, and I live my life in joyous anticipation. This draws in, oh, this draws in what I most desire, so I can live my life in full-on participation. As I relax, I know my needs are met, and I live my life in joyous anticipation. This draws in what I most desire, so I can live my life in full-on participation. As I relax, I know my needs are met, and I live my life in joyous anticipation. This draws in what I most desire, so I can live my life in full-on participation. As I relax. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open to the possibility. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open to the possibility. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open to the possibility. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open to the possibility. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. Aye, aye, aye. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open to the possibility. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open to the possibility. Aye, aye, aye. 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 Aye. Aye, aye. Inviting a sweet breath of renewal down into your belly, releasing it out the mouth. And taking another few breaths, cleansing breaths, feeling the vessel of your body filled with light, filled with breath. Seeing the sweet flickers of violet, pink, white light sparkling in your field, like a shimmer that you can hardly see in the folds of the space-time continuum around you. And as you're ready, dear ones, slowly making your way up to a seated position if you can. And if you feel you need to just stay right where you are, if you've got something really good, write it out. And welcome back. If you're feeling up to it, I would love to hear from you in the chat. Would love to hear how you're feeling and how that experience was for you, how the ritual was, how you're feeling now, having gone through our new moon ritual bath, sonic bath together, our violet flame bath. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Mm. Thank you again, dear ones, for being with me on this sweet, darkest moon of the darkest time of the year. And we are right upon the heels of the winter solstice. And I pray that this space serves you deeply over the next 2 weeks and really over the year to come. And I invite you to go back to the recording and to use the resources I'll send you in the follow-up email to keep this energy moving and to continue to play with this tool of the divine violet flame if you feel so called. And I would love to connect with you further. I have been offering these pretty much every month and continue to keep doing so into the new year. So perhaps I'll see you at another new moon. And as I mentioned earlier, I have a podcast, The Sage and the Song. You can find me there in wherever you get your podcasts. Would love to have you join in on that community. I'm also doing a 5-day dance-a-thon on Instagram right now. So if you're on Instagram, you can hop over and find me at Britta GreenViolet. And yeah, I would love to share with you that fun experience of shaking off the dust from this year and inviting myself to take things a little less seriously. And lastly, I also want to let you know that I'm going to be offering a 8-day stress cleanse experience right after the new year. And it's a journey that I created called Radiance Reset. And it's going to be happening from January 2nd through the 9th. It's going to be 8 days to completely reset, renew, and realign your entire being. It's focused a lot on the nervous system, on physical and mental well-being, on emotional well-being, and it's all done within this beautiful container that is sort of a mini version of a sadhana, which is a container that I really deeply feel a disciple of. I feel like I've learned so much from the container of the sadhana. And so it's kind of a mini, just a taste of what a longer sadhana is like. And I'm going to be offering that in the new year. So if you're interested, I'd love to have you. We're going to be doing live practices for 8 days in a row. And there's going to be a super juicy bonus mythic life mapping workshop on the end to basically help you do a soul aligned life design planning session for 2022. So all of that is coming in early January, and I will send you information via email. And I thank you and I bow to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Self-care is societal care. So thank you, loves, for doing your part. I have so much love for you here, so much appreciation for sharing your beautiful energy with us tonight in this space. And I wish you a blessed, divine new moon rest and reset and realignment and refresh. Much love, dear ones. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you, dear ones. Have a beautiful evening. Bye-bye.